Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is January the 7th, 2018. Strong hand, delayed gratification, golden hold, buy and hold, Bitcoin halving 2020. All right. I'm pumped to do this early in the morning show. We might have two shows today. I want everyone to check out the notes section below because all the important links that I mentioned in this show are going to be there. You can buy your Trezor or your Ledger Nano at cryptohwwallet.com, get t-shirts from Crypto Graffiti, and check out This Week in Bitcoin with Giacomo Zucco, Michael Krieger, and Ken Bozak. It was incredible on Friday. Also, thanks. Yesterday was an awesome event in San Diego. The gathering that we had. I thank everyone that was involved. Tizen played a big role. He's not here, but the event was taped and will be on Tizen's channel. I linked to Tizen's channel below. I also linked to a video he did with Rhett of a Bprivate. I haven't watched it yet. It's probably controversial. So check that out. Check that out in the future too if you want to see what happened in San Diego. I'm eager to see the question and answer period that I did for like a half hour. And people asked about the Lightning Network a lot. They were very interested in the Lightning Network in San Diego. I'll tell you that. You'll get that from the video. But it was really a fun time and really a great community here in San Diego. And I look forward to meeting more people next week in Los Angeles, in more Southern California Bitcoin people. And we'll get into that some more. So yeah, I will be there in Los Angeles from the 9th to the 14th. Hopefully we'll have something on the 14th. We'll get it again. All right. Here, I just want to make sure we don't skip anything here. I'm reading everything very slow. Pound that like button if you like how Adam is just getting prepared in the middle of the show. All right. So here is a tweet from an ICO called Hedge Connect. I only mention it because they're using Bdiamond. So again, the Bdiamond people are trying their hardest to stay relevant and to get onto Trezor and Ledger. And so now they've got a friend in the ICO world. So you can check that out. I'm not promoting that. I'm just saying they're staying alive. They're actually trying to do something and be useful. So that's good. They're not just trying to be some pump and dump crypto dividend. They want to be around for the long run. And again, Bdiamond, volunteer on Twitter. He's a great guy to deal with. They answer your questions. So yeah, shout out to the Bdiamond people. Man, we got a lot of crypto dividend talk on this show today. Speaking of that, Brhodium, lots of interest in Brhodium. Also, people were asking me about that yesterday. And one thing I want to make sure everyone knows, it takes note of, is that if you registered your Brhodium on with you registered your Bitcoin address with Brhodium, okay? Make sure that at the time of the snapshot on the 10th, you still have Bitcoin on that address. You have to keep your Bitcoin on that address. You can't just register a Bitcoin address with Brhodium and then move your Bitcoin off and expect to get Brhodium. You have to have your Bitcoin still on the address at the time of the snapshot. Once the snapshot is taken on the 10th, then you can move your Bitcoin off of your Bitcoin address. And it doesn't matter. You'll be credited your Brhodium. But just don't register a Bitcoin address today and move your Bitcoin address off of it. Move your Bitcoin off of it because you're not going to get Brhodium. And so that's if you register and then move your Bitcoin and the balance is 0 at the time of the January 10th snapshot, then you get nothing. Okay, that's another way of saying it. The opposite also works. Register with 0 and then transfer your Bitcoin before January 10th, and you're in good shape. So again, you can register a Bitcoin address today with nothing on it, but make sure you have Bitcoin on it before the snapshot, and you'll be good. Just make sure anything you have registered with Brhodium has Bitcoin on it at the snapshot. Okay, so now there is Monero has its own hardware wallet that might be coming out here. I linked to an article about that. Monero hardware wallet prototype announced. I haven't read the whole article, but it made me think, if these guys are making their own unique hardware wallet, maybe they could get entrepreneurial and also make a coin splitter for all these crypto dividends. Hey, it's just an idea. I'm always thinking a little bit outside the box. And a lot of people have asked, why can't my Trezor store Monero? Well, now it looks like you're going to be able to have a hardware wallet that does Monero. Check that link out. I haven't read the story in full. And also, I haven't heard from Rudolfo lately. Rudolfo Novak, is that his last name? He was on the show. He's in the This Week in Bitcoin show a few weeks ago. He is working on some basic storage device for Bitcoin. And if these people all over the world are working on various hardware storage devices, whether they be for Bitcoin or Monero, maybe they can get into this splitting of the crypto dividends also, and making it easy for all of us. And that's what yesterday's video was about. By the way, please check out yesterday's video and retweet it. I'll get into that in a second. But it was an action-oriented video that I did outside, people. For those of you who like outside and scenery, pound that like button. And you heard a plane too, because the airport is just in the middle of San Diego. It's very rare for a major U.S. city to have something like this. I don't know of another major U.S. city that has an airport like in their downtown. It's convenient, but it can be loud depending where you are outside. And that was, I think they did that because of military reasons. The Navy is right there. And so anyway, okay, it's an old school. It was probably built a long time ago. Bprivate has well, first of all, there is an article out here about Bitfury unveiling a multi-use solution analyzing related Bitcoin addresses. Okay, so Bitfury, they're helping whoever track Bitcoin addresses and try to identify Bitcoin addresses, who they belong to, who owns them. It's just track, because Bitcoin is not 100% private. They need to build a privacy layer on top of Bitcoin. And so these guys are helping track us. And I'm not keen on that. I'm not cool with that. But hey, it's a free market. They want to make money off of it. But the reason I even bring this up is because all of us Bitcoin holders, we don't have to wait until the 2020s for a privacy solution to be built on top of Bitcoin. We are about to get Bprivate for free. This is like a poor man's workaround of the privacy situation. If you need to make a private Bitcoin transaction, then hey, you're going to get this Bitcoin crypto dividend, a fork called Bprivate, that basically is Zcash, that has all the same qualities as Zcash, because Z Classic was just a fork of Zcash, and Zcash apparently is just the greatest in privacy. I know that Monero people and Zcash people argue about that, but the point is this: if you're concerned about privacy and your Bitcoin, and in a sense, if you're doing stuff that you have to worry about that, then you should be worried. I guess I don't encourage people to. I mean, we should all have our privacy. There's no doubt about it. I don't care what you're doing. Okay, so we're about to get a freebie where, hey, the guys at Bitfury won't be able to track this stuff, most likely. So I don't know. That's an outside the box way of thinking. I mean, it makes me, when people start to realize what we're about to get for free, what is this going to do to the price of Bitcoin? A, what is it going to do to the price of Bprivate? Because most people still have no clue this is about to happen, that Bitcoin holders will have a new privacy solution thanks to a crypto dividend. And yeah, there's a lot of potential in the Bprivate price. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, people are pumping it. Hardly anyone even knows about this. Wait till CoinDesk writes an article about this, right? Wait until we've got, who knows when the fork will actually happen? Will it be late January, early February? The point is that this crypto dividend actually is going to do something. It actually has a use case right now, and it's going to beat those Bitfury people who are trying to track us. And Bitfury isn't all bad. I mean, I don't care much about Bitfury. I mean, they do what they do. They make chips and miners or whatever the heck they do. You know, Adam Meister is not a mining guy. You can tell that. Pound that like button. It's early on Sunday here in the West Coast. We have a lot of we've over 100 live viewers. That's very nice. And hey, we might have a second show today also. You know, since I did that yesterday was, I guess, the extra show, and well, who knows how this will all work out. But yeah, check out the link to that article. But also think about it. Think about how we might just get, this is a poor man's privacy layer on top of Bitcoin that we're about to get. It's not being built on top of it. It's a crypto dividend we're giving for free. So, and again, I have no idea when they're going to build a privacy layer on top of Bitcoin. I say the 2020s because it takes a while to do these building layers on top. I mean, we saw it. SegWit took a while. Lightning Network's not going to be available probably until 2019. So these things take a while, but this is an interesting temporary solution or long-term solution. Who knows? All right, here is a Reddit post that's going around. It is a warning. Don't buy a storage device like a Ledger Nano from some dude off of eBay, okay? Or just some random dude. Someone bought a Ledger that was already set up that it would steal every bit of your Bitcoins, all your Bitcoins. So don't be cheap about it. Use cryptohwallet.com. He is reliable. Buy directly from Ledger. Buy directly from Trezor. Do not just say, oh, and I warn people because people are like, oh, I'm going to get it from Amazon. No, I mean, they have third-party sellers on Amazon too. So I'm no expert in Amazon, but don't be cheap about it. And again, so many people, speaking about cheap, and hey, I'm cheap, okay? Everyone knows that, okay? I'm doing really well in Bitcoin, but I'm taking a freaking Greyhound to Los Angeles, all right? I'm not traveling in style. But that being said, there comes a point when cheapness is not worth it anymore. And paper wallets, people have been complaining to me. They're like, well, I got a paper wallet because someone recommended it and now I can't claim my Brhodium or I can't get my B gold. Well, so yeah, it wasn't saving $100 on a Trezor a year ago isn't really worth it now that you can't get your B gold or you can't get your Brhodium, which is going to probably B gold at least would get you way more than $100. It would have made the $100 purchase way more worth it. And you know, there's so many people who still scream, "Oh, just use a paper wallet." People, here's my official thing right now. I have kind of jumped around this thing right now. Adam Meister officially says, "Don't use paper wallets. Just don't use them." Because I am starting to see in the real life world, so many people regret it. They're pains in the butt and you don't get your crypto dividends. Don't listen to these people who are trying to, and again, I try to be frugal, okay? I really do. This is not worth it. This is a situation where in the long run, you're going to lose money because of it. And it can burn up in a fire also. Just spend the money on a trade. You don't have to spend the money on a Trezor, on a Ledger. You don't have to buy it through me. Just do it, okay? So I don't have to answer these questions anymore about people regretting doing this paper wallet thing. They're only for people in the top 1% of technical guru ability, okay? And even they shouldn't even be messing with it, I think. I mean, it's not very convenient at all. Okay, enough of that. That was a little addition that I didn't even plan. But if you do buy your storage device, make sure it's not from some odd dude on eBay because you're going to get burnt that way also. All right, so yesterday's video, I linked to below the tweet that I want you all to retweet out. I asked Ledger, Trezor, Bittrex, Cryptopia to make the splitting process of Bprivate easy, the claiming of the Bprivate crypto dividend easy. It's an action thing, guys. All you have to do is retweet that tweet. It's linked to below. Watch yesterday's video. Spread it over social media. We want this process to be easy because all of us holders of Bitcoin, and if you hold Z Classic, are going to get this Bprivate crypto dividend that clearly is very unique. I'm very proud to have been like the first dude to talk about this on YouTube back in December when it was $10. Now, what it got up to like close to $250. Again, value your wealth in Bitcoin. It got up to 1.3% of a Bitcoin. A Z Classic did, Z Classic did, which is basically a futures market for Bprivate. I'm not going to get into all the details, but I started talking about Z Classic, Bprivate, this whole thing when it was $10. You can watch that video from when I was in Tucson. It's linked below. Okay, I'm getting everyone confused. The point is, watch yesterday's video, spread the word about it. And it was outside if you like that type of stuff. All right. And clearly done from the heart. I had no script in front of me, no notes in front of me. Like I have notes in front of me. This is all very passionate stuff. You can all tell. The people who met me yesterday saw the passion live. That this is who I am. What you see here is what you see in person too. But I do have to read notes sometimes to remind me. But yesterday outside, oh, it was coming pure from the head and everything. All right. So 2 people have informed me there's something called, I'll say it, Bitcoin Hush. Let's call it Bhush for now on. Okay, there is a guy, and I linked to his tweet below. His name is Duke Leto. He is a developer type, and he actually worked with the Z Classic Bprivate project. There's a coin out there called Hush. I know nothing about it. It's an altcoin. And he's going to fork off of it something called Bhush. And it's he says if you hold Hush, if you hold Bitcoin, and if you hold some other altcoins, you're going to get this Bhush. And right after he made this tweet yesterday, the price of Hush, I think, tripled or quadrupled. So again, I don't know how legitimate this is. It seems very rushed. It's going to happen on the 15th or the 16th. There are a lot of people on Twitter ripping on the guy. And you can check out the thread below. You can look it up below. I don't know how much I'm going to talk about this. I'm definitely not telling you to buy Hush, okay? Because it is just tripled. And if the dude abandons the project, then you're out of luck if you're holding that Hush stuff. I am saying, good luck to the guy if he's going to give all of us BTC, if he's going to give us all Bitcoin holders a new crypto dividend. And my main point for bringing this up is that, hey guys, I told you other altcoins are going to be copying what Z Classic is doing and forking into Bitcoin. This guy is the first person to attempt it or say he's going to attempt it. And the same thing has happened. It's pumped up the price of this Hush, whatever this Hush is. But again, it's do your own due diligence if you want to get in, if you want to take the shortcut to your Bhush. I don't know if this is ever going to exist. I don't know if it's just a one-man crew, if it's just one dude doing this. I know Exchange is going to mess with this, or Trezor is not going to mess with this. You see, there's so many crypto dividends trying to come out of China that we can't even keep track of them. I think I linked to one of the sites that keeps track of it below, or at least on Steemit I do. Hey, check out my Steemit at Bitcoin Meister. I almost have 2,000 followers there. And follow me at TechBalt, TechBalt on Twitter. It's just been going wild. Okay, enough Bhush. What else do we have here? Electrum. Electrum is what was that? Is that a phone wallet? Again, I don't like Bitcoin phone wallets either. I don't have a phone, so I guess I'm biased. Again, I prefer the hardware wallets. Well, a guy named Taviso, who is I think he's a developer type of dude also. He tweets this out for you Electrum people. I linked to it below. It's going around. The Bitcoin wallet Electrum allows any website to steal your Bitcoins. I was going to report it, but there was already an open issue from last year. I pointed out this is kind of critical, and they made a new release within a few hours. Update to 3.0.4 if you use it. Okay, people. Check that out for yourself. It's linked to below. Yeah. Z Classic was over $200, or it still is over 1.3% of a Bitcoin. That is very bullish for the Bprivate crypto dividend that is coming out. Again, if you hold a Z Classic, you'll get Bprivate. If you hold a Bitcoin, you'll get Bprivate also. So if you really want to be private, yeah, Z Classic is the poor man's way of getting your Bprivate. It's cheaper to buy a Z Classic than to buy a Bitcoin. I'll tell you that. But so Z Classic is still pumping. It's still going to pump probably. But all I care about here, or you should care about as a Bitcoin holder, is how much this Bprivate is going to be worth once people realize what this thing really is. And I'm not gonna give numbers. But again, I did give numbers beforehand. I mean, I was saying like, well, it'll at least be 1% of a Bitcoin. Now Z Classic is more than 1% of a Bitcoin. So who knows? Who knows what this is gonna? Whatever. If you hold Bitcoin, you're gonna get it for free. Free is free. Andy Hoffman, I linked to his CryptoGoldCentral.com article about This Week in Bitcoin. He really enjoyed it. And he wrote a great article about it. Thank you, Andy Hoffman. And everyone should get into CryptoGoldCentral.com. He's got all sorts of deals you can sign up for it and everything. Brhodium made a tutorial on their site. I linked to it below on how to claim your Brhodium from your Trezor and your Ledger. So you don't have to come to me and pay me anymore, people. In fact, a guy who was about to pay me 0.02 Bitcoin to walk him through the claiming process, I sent him the link and he did it. He did it on his own. He didn't need me anyway. He sent me a tip anyway, and he is an awesome dude in Tennessee. That's an honest guy. That's a good guy, because I did give him, we were going back and forth on email for a while. And, he appreciated I was truthful with him, and I told him this existed. So all the people who wanted me to help them with the Brhodium, check out this link below. And they walk you through it. They give you a tutorial. If you still don't understand it, if you still don't get it, if you still want to talk to me on the phone and walk you through the process of claiming your Brhodium, it's 0.02 Bitcoin. Email me at adam@trezorhelp.com. But the information is out there for you below. You can try it. Again, the snapshot is coming up on January the 10th, 2018. I hope I've been saying January, not December, and not 2017. We're in 2018, baby. Focus, baby. Focus on your crypto dividends. Focus on holding. Focus so you don't get freaked out by the fudsters out there. All right. What else do we have? I talked about the Bitcoin Meister on Steemit. Yeah. Again, it's quite. Anytime I mention Brhodium, I get a lot of questions. And Andy Hoffman is talking about this more than I am. So I wish other people would talk about it, but we built like a Brhodium community here. And it's a little community, but maybe it'll be bigger. People ask me about the price of Brhodium. I don't think I'm as bullish as Andy is on this. But again, free is free. I'm not going to make Brhodium predictions. I think it's cool. I thought the Bitcore thing the first time around was interesting. It was easy. It's up to these Brhodium people. If you want to make them a success, then join their community. Check out their link below. They're very open. I mean, that's the cool thing about cryptocurrency and crypto dividends. You can pump up these communities if you want to. This one's starting from scratch, obviously. The Bprivate one is unique because it's not starting from scratch. It is coming from the Z Classic community that's already there. And again, that is why Trezor and all the people I mentioned before, Bittrex, should prioritize Bprivate. Note, pound that like button. I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Do check out the notes section below. I'll say hi to you all in the chat right now. Bye-bye.